your friendly neighborhood bedroom candy wrap. And I want to welcome you to a bedroom candy party. Has anybody been to a bedroom candy party before?
No.
Has anybody been to a toy party or adult toy party before?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, this one is going to be better. Because I'm awesome. Candy is awesome. So, just a quick bit about Bedroom Candy. Kandi Burruss is a cast member of Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was in a 90s group called Escape. When they broke up, as all wonderful R&B groups do. See, phone rings. I don't think, hold on. Let me.
What else do you use that tripod for? Right.
So, as all great R&B groups do, they broke up. So she became a songwriter and wrote No Scrubs and wrote some other hits and was the first African-American woman songwriter to win the ASCAP Songwriter of the Year Award. And she's an entrepreneur. She has clothing shops. She has a lot of other stuff going on. But when she got cast on Real Housewives of Atlanta, she had a late night talk show with her friends on YouTube called Candy Coated Nights. And because she's brilliant, she was like, oh, I'm going to be on Real Housewives. I'm going to have a bigger platform. I should create a toy to go with this show. And so she set out to do that and then created 5 toys, which are still grandfathered into some retail locations. But then thought, why don't I bring some other entrepreneurs along with me and made it a direct sales company. So that's where we are today. So that's why we're called Bedroom Candy. So talk about a few of my favorite items in the line. We have now 130 SKUs. And even though I really love you ladies, we're not going to talk about them all. I'm going to show you like my favorite 10 or 15. We have a wonderful catalog. I have a catalog here in this binder that you ladies can share at the end. So if there's something else that you've heard about that or you want to see what else we have to offer, you can take a look at that. But I'm just going to show you kind of my favorites today. Let's see. Everybody should have a pen at this point. And I want to pass out these little envelope fun thingies. Do not open them. They are for a game that we're going to play later. If it's open, it's null and void. So don't try to peek around the tape and be like, oh, what's in there? Whatever, because then you're not getting whatever the prize is. You should also have wish lists. You also should have wish lists. And the reason I like to hand out wish lists is because a lot of times people want to see the whole catalog, and it can get to be a little overwhelming. The wish list is going to allow you to follow along with the things that I'm showing you today. You can always add something to it. But I like to encourage people to mark on their wish list anything that they're interested in. And here's why. You might see something that you like, but it's not in your budget or it's not in your price point. I might have something in the catalog that I can show you that's a little bit different or a different price point that you might like. You might want to host your own party because our lovely hostess, Michelle, is going to win some amazing hostess rewards today based on how much you ladies spend. So you might want to, buy some stuff today to help her out and then host your own party to get some free and discounted items. Or you might really love everything and want to join my team. Just keeping it real. Usually at parties I stand up if it's a bigger crowd, but because we're such a small crowd, we're going to sit around and just have girlfriends talk today. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And then did everybody bring their cash for the raffle that you saw in the invitation? Yay! Okay, great. Because that's the other reason you want to write everything on your wish list, because you might get to the end of the party and go, okay, great, I can get everything I want except this one thing in my budget, and then you win the raffle. And then you can get it. So if you might be tipsy by the time we get to the end of the night. So if you keep track on the wish list, you'll remember everything that you're interested in. So you, ma'am, are at the end of my semicircle. So what I'm going to do is give you a job. Is that okay? Okay. Okay, great. So this lovely tote bag right here with the BK logo on it, I'm going to hand this to you. You can just sit it beside your chair. Okay. Because what I'm going to do is, as I talk about items, I'm going to pass them this way. And then when they get to you, you'll feel like, oh, well, where do I put this? You can just drop them in the bag, and then I can collect them at the end of the party and take it into the order room. Does that make sense? Okay, great. Also, you see, a lot of people think, expect when they come that they're going to see some big, lovely display table, which are, those things are nice. A lot of other consultants do them. That is not my gift from the Lord. I am not good at making do that? Because I'm going to give you the gift of a tour of Intimate Luxury.
Oh.
Yeah. I like how y'all responded to that. I already got y'all hook, line, and sinker.
I got my passport.
Now, when you first got here, we were waiting for a few people to get started, but a couple people came in and said, "Oh, it smells good in here." And some of you who were early even tried out our wonderful massage oil candles. Did you ladies that tried them out love them?
Yes.
Yeah. Such a wonderful product. So these are called Light My Fire. And somebody was like, massage oil candle. Yes. These candles, you see it's lit. These candles melt into a lovely, warm massage oil. And they melt warm, not hot. Why is that? Because they are soy and hemp based and not wax based. Why is that important? Soy and hemp have a lower melt point than wax. What that means is that you can pour this directly on you or your partner while it's lit. If you are anything like me, you see these glasses, right? I'm too cute to do bifocals. So these are progressives, which is really just a bifocal without the line. So luckily, Bedroom Candy has allowed me to pay for the expensive kind without the line. But if you are anything like me and have astigmatism, I can't really see in the dark. If I have to blow this out, I can't really see what I'm fixing to massage. And that's just not romantic. Boo! Where are you? Where are you? So we like to leave it lit and pour it directly on myself, my partner, give a massage. So this is lit. You can blow it out if you're scared, but you can pass it around while it's lit. Pour a little bit in your hand, rub it into your hand, because you can also just use it as a moisturizer. I remember when I first started selling the line, my husband came home and said, "That something smells good. Why do you have our sex candle lit?" And I said, one, because it's just a candle. Two, because I can get more. But I got what he was thinking. A lot of people think of Bedroom Candy as just a sex toy line, but we're really a holistic line of products that are safe for your body, whether it's our liquids or our toys or whatever, and the candles are just the first example of that. Now that one's heart-shaped. It is watermelon. If our candles are heart-shaped, that means they're edible. So we have watermelon and chocolate that are edible, and then we have 3 scents that are not edible. Now, when I say not edible, it just really means they're not formulated to taste good. But all of our products that are going on your body, they're all vegan friendly, and they're all gluten free, because that means we know you might taste your partner, and that's okay. So everything's safe to ingest. Those candles just don't taste good, but they smell amazing because since they're missing some of the other stuff. They've got more fragrance in them, so they're really strongly scented. They're amazing. Guava Lava is our most popular scent. Skinny Dip is nice. It has vanilla undertones. I like to mention that to people if they have a male partner. They're like, "Oh, he doesn't really like strong scents because it's got vanilla in it." And vanilla is one of the number 1 scents that men are attracted to. It's why realtors bake cookies.
Right.
When you go into a model home, it's that vanilla that makes people feel like at home and welcome. And you want him to feel welcome into your body.
Exactly.
So that's the Skinny Dip. And then the lavender, I have issues with insomnia. So lavender is essential oils are very soothing, help you sleep. It's one of those things that I, do at night when I'm taking a bath. I light that candle and then I use it to moisturize. Even if I'm not looking to get romantic, because it's a wonderful moisturizer. It takes care of this ash on my elbows. I have really dry feet. And then in addition to that, we have the non-edible scents. So Guava Lava, Skinny Dip, and what was the other one I said? Lavender. Smaller sizes in a candle trio. So for almost the same price, you can get those 3 smaller scents if you just can't decide, which one you want. And I like those for travel. I mean, you can use them around the house, but I like them for travel because, one, it's solid, so it doesn't take up any room in your travel toiletry bag. In addition, if you're traveling, it's like a solid perfume. You can put it in the bathroom, in the hotel room. It's a moisturizer and it's a solid perfume. So it's eliminating a lot of the things that I might otherwise pack. So they're really, really a wonderful product. Have some customers, we can't make claims about like a healing eczema or anything like that because, it doesn't necessarily, but I do have some customers who have eczema who said it has soothed their skin. It's just really, really a wonderful brand of product. And the candles are amazing. Let's see what else we have in my bag of tricks. What is up next? What is up? Oh, okay, great. So this is our amazing, wonderful perfume balm from our Giving Tree line. So So I'll pass this around so you can smell it. This is our Island Joy. We recently added a new scent to the line called Earthly Bliss, but that line has 5 products. So I'm passing that around so you can smell the scent of the Island Joy while I tell you about all the products. The Giving Tree line is called Giving Tree because they're made with shea butter, and shea is the tree that gives and gives and gives. So we are partnered with a village in Ghana. So if you're somebody like me who's concerned about fair trade products and, fair sourced products, I can assure you that ours are. But we are giving people in that village an opportunity to support their families by making shea butter that we purchase and then use to make our products. And that's very important to me. So I'm willing to pay a little bit more for a product that's holistic, that's body safe, and that I know is helping not just me with my income, but also helping women in Africa support their families. So the 5 products are, and doesn't that smell good? There is Flawless, which is our amazing shower gel. There is Velvet, which is our sugar scrub, which is like, I can't really tell you how much I love. Like I said, I have dry skin. I live in Southern California. You use that sugar scrub out in the shower. I almost feel like I don't need to apply lotion after that. But if you are still dry, we got Butter Me Up, which is our body butter, and then we have Creamy Indulgence, which is our souffle, which is like a thick, like kind of whipped lotion. And a word about body butters, because people are like, well, why do I need both? So if you have natural hair like me, you might know, done some research, that something that's oil-based doesn't add moisture.
Right.
Which is why I choose to use the body butter right out of the shower, because what that does, kind of like Vaseline, which, when you used for years, mom will put you in the shower and then put some Vaseline on you, But now we know mineral oil is not necessarily the safest thing to put on our skin, but it works in much the same way that it'll seal in the moisture that you get from your shower or your bath. Creamy Indulgence I tend to use throughout the day because it's aloe-based, so anything that's a liquid base will add moisture to your skin. So that's kind of the difference between a body butter and a souffle or a lotion. We have a bundle with all 5 of the products in it, but they all smell the same as that Island Joy that I passed around, and then we have the one other set, which I don't have with me today, the Earthly Bliss. But the line is amazing. You can buy those items separately or as a bundle. So that is Giving Tree. Now, I mentioned Velvet a few minutes ago, which is our sugar scrub. I have dry lips. So I actually, because I mentioned that even if it's not a product that's not meant to be ingested, our products are safe to use on and in your body. So I use Velvet as a lip scrub to take off the, dead skin on my lips. Doesn't really taste like anything. I know if I ingest some, if you have small kids and they get into your stuff, you don't have to worry, they might have a tummy ache, but you don't have to worry oh, the baby ate my Velvet. Do I need to call poison control? Yeah, the answer is no. The answer is no. So I use Velvet for that. But what I use then after that is Kiss and Tingle. Kiss and Tingle is our lip and nipple balm. So this is something that you want to keep above the hips. Lip and nipple balm. So it will make your lips and your nipples tingle. Just like it sounds like. So I'll pass this around. This is the buttercream icing. We also have the raspberry. It will kind of help draw the blood flow to the surface of the skin, so it's like a little bit of a lip plumper. It will, if you're somebody who likes nipple play, or if you have a partner who likes nipple play, it will arouse your nipples. It will make your nipples a little bit more sensitive. And if you are somebody who likes nipple play, it will get you there faster because it will intensify all of those feelings, which is amazing. Raspberry is my favorite, but I like the buttercream also. I keep one in my purse. That's my go-to lip balm because after a while you get used to the tingling. What I will say is, if you're somebody who's like, oral sex is fine. I'll suck a penis. It's fine. Not a big deal. But you don't necessarily love it. I will say the Kiss and Tingle kind of makes you, when you put it on your lips, makes you feel like, my lips could go to a party now. I'll suck a penis today. That is amazing. My lips feel. My lips feel amazing.
What's in the Kiss and Tingle?
What's in the Kiss and Tingle?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Tingle.
I don't know. I think, is it peppermint oil or menthol? It's menthol in there. Yeah, it's menthol in there.
Not that menthol.
Yeah, no, not that menthol. It's a good question because we have another product with peppermint oil in it. But yeah, it's menthol in there. So that's what gives you just a little bit of tingle. And some people have said, well, I feel it. It's not as strong as some other stuff I've used in the past. You may find that because, as I mentioned, our products are all natural. So there's some stuff that you can buy in the stores that might have some toxic ingredients in them, and I would never down another company's products. But there's some stuff that you're just not ever going to see in our line. So if you want your lips to tingle, but you want to make sure you're not getting anything toxic, Kiss and Tingle is the way to go. Now, if you want to talk about heating things up below the waist. Oh, and just a word about Kiss and Tingle. So even though it's not meant to go below the waist, I mentioned that because I've had people come back to me and go, oh, I find that irritating, but they were using it as a lube. That ain't no lube.
No.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, above the waist.
Yeah, don't do that.
Right?
But as far as below the waist, transference is not an issue. So if your lips thing, but you don't want to be using it as a substitute for lube or to get the genitals aroused.
Okay.
What you want to use to get the genitals aroused is Sweet on Me. Ooh, Sweet on Me is fun. So this comes in 2 flavors because it's flavored. Yes. It's nice, right? Yes. I would never tell them, but you can tell them which one you got. You got the orange dreamsicle or the buttercream ice?
The orange creamsicle.
An orange dreamsicle. Well, that's the one I'm going to pass around. I will say this. You're welcome to taste it, but I would just do a small dot like this. A little goes a long way. And then taste it. And you'll see what it tastes like. That tastes like an orange dreamsicle ice cream. The other one, buttercream icing, I will tell you, it is so good. It tastes like frosting. And if you pair it with our Just Desserts chocolate body paint,
Oh, yeah.
I ain't gonna tell you how I know, but the combination tastes a little bit like a chocolate cupcake. It really tastes like Ukrop's cake. So Ukrop's is a grocery store in Richmond where we got married. And my husband, when he tasted it, was like, that tastes like our wedding cake. Like, that tastes like, it tastes like Ukrop's cake, which is just amazing. So I like our products because they're not sickeningly sweet. You know, sometimes you buy stuff for the bedroom and it's just too sweet. I don't want a fruit salad when I'm down there. I just want a little something that tastes good. But how many of you are feeling like that little tingle on your lips and your tongue right now? So yes, imagine that on your genitals. Imagine it on your male partner's genitals. It just gets everything kind of warmed up. It, you know, spices things up a little bit and it tastes good. It's just a really amazing product. If you want something that's not flavored, we have Ignite Me, which is similar to that. It's not quite as strong as a Sweet on Me, but the Sweet on Me is definitely fun to play with. I like it a lot. Yeah, I was gonna say it's hard to pick a favorite. I think I like the buttercream icing just for nostalgia's sake, but they're both really good. It depends on what kind of mood you're in.
That could be used for men and women?
Yes, it can, yep, absolutely. It can be used for men and women. And so can the Ignite Me. The Ignite Me is labeled clitoral arousal gel, but you really can use it on the shaft of the penis also. And those products have peppermint oil in them, so that's what draws the blood flow to the surface of the skin. So it's kind of like a lip plumper for your clit.
So if you want a quickie with your man, then you give him the Ignite Me or the Sweet on Me?
Yeah, either one. Yeah.
Okay.
Or what I, well,
I say quickie because that blood, you said the blood flow.
it'll get you aroused. And so for some people, and you need to try it. And if somebody wants to take that Sweet on Me into the bathroom and try it, somebody usually tries it at every party. Just do some Q-tips in there. You can take 1 or 2 dabs, put it on your clitoris. It'll get you Hey, it sells itself. Because for some people, it just takes a little bit. For some people, it takes a little bit more. For some people, it acts instantly. For some people, it takes 10 or 15 minutes and just long enough that you forget you put it on. And you're like, whoa, what time is it getting on? Yeah, so that is Sweet on Me. Oh, wonderful, wonderful product. Now, since we're talking about things to taste, I want to introduce you to Delicious Encounters. So that is our line of flavored lubricants. So this is the strawberry pomegranate. I'll pass this around so you can taste it while I'll tell you about the others. We also have a pina colada and a green apple. Green apple is my personal favorite, but just because I don't like strawberries. But strawberry pomegranate is also very popular. And our lubes are water-based. They don't have any glycerin in them, so they're perfectly body safe. We have, if you don't want something that's not flavored, we have a plain natural water-based lube, which is the exact same formulation as the flavored ones that I'm passing around now. It just doesn't have any flavor in them. So they have a tiny bit of aspartame in them to mask the taste. I'm not a huge fan of aspartame. However, what I love about this company is that convention last year and the year before I met Dean from Sliquid, Sliquid is the manufacturer of our liquids, and Dean is the president. So I had a conversation with Dean about like, well, why aspartame? And he was like, here's the thing. You don't want to put sugar on your genitals because that could cause a yeast infection. It could cause a lot of issues. He said, but if you're looking for a flavored lube, we need to make it taste good. And he was like, we try not to use artificial products. He was like, but stevia doesn't hold up well because it's so natural on the shelf. So that's why we went with aspartame. So one, I love that I call Dean directly and be like, Dean, what's up with the aspartame? Like, I love that about this company. But also, too, he assured me that in a case of lube, so a 12-pack of lube, there's less aspartame in that whole case than you'd find in a 12-ounce Diet Coke. So it's really just a small amount. And after having that conversation, I was like, okay, I'm comfortable putting this back in my demo because I won't ever try to sell you anything that like I wouldn't use myself or that I think is, toxic or anything. So I was like, okay, I'll take a little aspartame for the team. Now, if you want something that is a little bit slicker, because once again, since our products are all natural, that water-based lube will dry up fast. I mean, it will. But for some people who have never been able to have a lube that didn't irritate them, like our lube is perfect. And because the flavored ones taste so good, they will re-wet with saliva. So if you put that lube on, you feel like it starts to dry up, and then you lick that spot, or he licks that spot, the hydration will come back for that lube. I'm learning some things today, aren't you? But if you want something that doesn't dry out as fast, that has a little bit more slip, like I'm always looking for a conditioner that has a lot of slip. So you don't get tangles.
Right.
You don't want tangles on your coochie. But if you're looking for something with a little more slip, you might want to try our organic silk, which is I'm crazy, which is technically a water-based lube, but we call it a hybrid because it's got about 12% silicone in it, which is nice because it gives you just enough slip so that it won't dry out as fast, but it won't stain your sheets like 100% silicone lube, things like that. It won't be as irritating to people who have sensitive skin in their porous areas. So organic silk is super, super popular. It sticks around longer. Now, if you are engaging in anal sex, or if you just have a partner who's very large, y'all going at it for a really long time, so you want something that has lots of staying power, it's a little bit more expensive, but we do have a 100% silicone lube called Sleek, which is amazing. But it reminds me of, how many of y'all have seen Christmas Vacation?
Yes.
Remember when he puts that new whatever product they have on the bottom of the sled, and then the sled take off, pew, and takes off down the hill? That's like when I first felt Sleek, I was like, Lord Jesus, I'm scared of this. But if you need some slickety slick, that's Sleek. That's what you want. That's what you want. Yes, sir. Y'all know I'm crazy, right? All right, y'all ready to talk about some?
Oh, yeah.
You might be like, what is this? So this is I'm Hooked. This is our most affordable, because we have several, but this is our most affordable G-spot toy. So if you don't know, the G-spot is a cluster of nerves located not too far in your vaginal canal, along the top. So a lot of people, when they try to get to it, or when their partner tries to get to it, put their fingers in and do like a come hither motion to reach that spot at the top of the, the vagina, like the vaginal ceiling, I like to call it. This is a nice product because it can reach that. That's why it's shallow. It's not meant strictly for internal stimulation. It's going for that G-spot. So it's not super long, but this ridge here is meant to stimulate that G-spot, which is great. The other thing that's nice about it is because it's battery powered, because most of our toys are USB chargeable, but this is battery powered and it's waterproof. So battery usually means safe for water play, not all the time, but this one is water-based. You might be like, this is a weird shape. So if you hold it like this, you can use it on yourself, as a female, and put it in your vagina and play around for that spot. What's also great about it, if you're using it with a partner, they can use it on you, and if you're somebody who likes internal and external stimulation, it's just bend to the side. And they can do what they gotta do, because this is out of the way. If I need to get more graphic, I will. So I'm gonna turn this on. All of our toys are one button operational. So you hold this button in for 3 to 4 seconds and it'll turn on and off. Turn that back on. See, it's kind of whisper quiet, also for our toys that are waterproof, everything's silent underwater. So if you're interested in a toy that you're like, that might be a little bit loud, but you're trying to use it in the bathtub, well, nobody will hear that. But turn it on, hold the button in for 3 to 4 seconds to turn it on, and then you use the same button to quickly cycle through all the different speeds. Hear that? So I'll pass that around, and we'll see if our toy maven at the end remembers how to turn it off, because that's what happens every party. And then after every party, somebody emails me a week later, I got my toy, it's beautiful, but it doesn't work. Hold the button in for 3 to 4 seconds. I'm holding it in, no, that's 2 seconds. FaceTime me, so I can see what you doing. What are you doing? Okay, so this, you're just laughing at me. This is Candy Pop. So this is one of the first toys I purchased before I purchased my kit 2 years ago. And it's a wonderful internal and external vibe. It is USB chargeable. How cute is it? This is the perfect toy if you have a male partner that you're thinking, I don't know if he's going to be too happy if I bring a toy home. Because this is clearly not intimidating. It's cute, but it's not intimidating. It's a good starter toy because even though it has 7 settings, so 3 steady speeds and 4 vibration patterns, they're not super strong. So this starts out less intense than most of our other toys, which is great. If your partner puts it in the vaginal canal and pulls it out during orgasm, it'll make a little popping sound. I don't know if that does anything sensation-wise, but it sure is fun. But it's great for external stimulation. Candy Pop? It's great for external stimulation on the clitoris, around the whole labia. It's also nice to hold like this. You can give a nice scrotum massage. It's because it's small. If you were riding, you can put it up under you, put it up under the balls. It's just,
Excuse me, how you turn this on?
so hold that button in. I told y'all she won't pay attention. Hold that button in for 3 to 4 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Got it? But this one,
Under the balls?
yeah, you can put this under the balls. Girl, yeah, you can put this under the ball. You don't want to put it in the anus. Because anytime you're engaging in anal play, you want to make sure that whatever you're using has a flared bottom. Because the anal sphincter is very strong and it'll suck that joker right up in there, and then you'll be at the hospital. You hear them stories all the time about how many people come into the ER. That's why, because you'll be like, my behind won't. Yes, it will. Yeah, that anal sphincter will.
Like Richard Gere.
Well, just think about everything, think about how strong your anal sphincter is. It's keeping stuff in there all day, every day. So, yeah, hold it in, it'll suck it right up. So, yeah, you can hold it like this. You can give a scrotum massage. You can also, if you are giving a blowjob, put this on the side of your cheek. It'll cut your workload down. Also put it up under the scrotum there to give a male partner dual stimulation, like on the head of the penis with your mouth, and then like you're humming on it. Yes, and then girl, put some of that orange dreamsicle on there, and then put it in your mouth, and then put this here on the side, and he'll be coming at you. Yes, I'll pass that around. Yes. Y'all didn't know it was funny. I tried to tell y'all. Oh, let's see. Excuse me.
I'm learning so much new stuff. The products are great, but the education.
I know all the things to do with all the toys. Now, this actually does not vibrate, but it is one of our more popular products. This is Hold On To Me. So if you, like me, are a fan of 50 Shades of Grey, you'll remember she wore those, what was the second book, right? Where she wore those Kegel balls to a party, and they got her hot and bothered. That is one of the wonderful things that Kegel balls do. What was interesting about that, she had like the pretty silver ones, but I'd be like, how you get those out?
Right.
How you get them in? How you get those out? Ours have this nice silicone string that you can use to pull out and keep track of it, because I have a girlfriend who she got married very young and was married to the same man. She was married to the same guy for a long time, and she had never dated anybody else. So when they got divorced and she started dating it, and they had 3 kids, so she just was like, "My vagina's wide open," because she had nothing to compare it to, so she didn't know, what was going on. So she purchased some. This is before she knew me, so she purchased some Kegel balls, and then went to the Cheesecake Factory around the corner to be the friend for happy hour. She had them in all day, so she goes to the bathroom, and she's just like, "Girl, I'll be right back." Bloop, Kegel balls in the toilet. She's like, "Well, I'm a single mom. I paid $40 for this. I'm going in after her." But when you stand up, the automatic flusher. Yes. So she replaced them with these, which are easier to get out, easier to keep track of. You'll notice there's 4 different balls. So the balls have a little dot on the side, which will show you the difference in weight, ranging from 1 to 4. You could start with one of our silicone sleeves. They pop right out. Well, they take a little bit of finessing, but they pop right out. You want to lube it up before you put it in your vagina. You can start with 1. You can graduate to 2. So I like to tell people this about Kegel balls, because people are like, "Well, I'm doing Kegel exercises right now." Well, does everybody know how to do Kegel exercises? Yes. Okay, great. Yeah, I like to tell. Well, I like to tell people, so if you are, because men have a hard time stopping their stream of urine, but we can. So I like to tell people, pretend you're in the bathroom, you're peeing, la 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 la, and then you're like, "Oh, is that a robber at the door?" I hear something, and then you cut that stream of pee off. That muscle contraction that you just did, those are your Kegel muscles. So those are the same muscles that control your pelvic floor. Is that a robber at the door? I'm from the hood, so those are. Robber at the door, and then you shut that off. Those are your Kegel muscles. So people are like, "Well, I'm doing Kegel exercises right now," but I like to equate it to going to the gym. So you go to the gym or you're working out at home, you can do push-ups and get a great upper body workout. But at some point, if you want to access different parts of those muscles or get them beyond a certain point of strength, you need to add a weight. And so that's your weight for your hoo-ha. I'm supposed to use grown-up terms like vagina, but I like hoo-ha because it's... So those are like weights for your hoo-ha. Well, why is that in a sex toy line? Like, that's great, women's health, whatever. Why is that, in a sex toy line? Because the other thing it will do, if those vaginal muscles are stronger, when you orgasm, your partner's going to feel that when he's inside you. If you need to, rip him real tight when he's inside, he'll feel that. And it will also give you a stronger, more intense orgasm, because now those muscles are stronger. So I used them for a couple weeks, and then was like, "Whoa, what happened? What is going on? Jesus Lord, what is this toy situation?" Now, this is one of our first toys in the line. Isn't this cute? It looks like little lipstick. It's very discreet. I'm not somebody who anymore is really concerned about discretion. I will put my whole kit in my luggage and check it, because people are always like, "Did you have any problem?" Unless you're going to the Middle East or leaving the country, it's really not a big deal. And all the time, I think they like TSA looks at my luggage, and then, because I always have the little flyer in it that says TSA has checked your luggage. I'm gonna start leaving business cards like, right. But if you are somebody who, wants something you can keep in your purse or like in your desk at work, and you always think of that pilot episode of Being Mary Jane. Right. That's what you take. Yes. If you want something that's discreet, Candy Kisses is the toy for you. Our new Candy Kisses is waterproof, which even though it's USB chargeable, it's waterproof. And I like to talk a little bit. I like to use this toy to talk a little bit about the strength and power of our motors. So, because this is USB chargeable, none of the room in here is taken up by a battery. So all of this is motor. So take the top off. How cute is that? And I'll turn it on so you can hear how strong it is. It has 7 settings. This is setting number 1, so 3 speeds, 4 vibration patterns, and I'll pass it around. It's amazing. But because none of this is battery, that means all of this is motor. So a lot of toys, the motor will be in the base of the toy, and then like the vibration just kind of works its way out to the tip. Our motors are specially designed to be in the whole toy. That means you're getting stimulation all the way to the very tip of the toy, which is why we can have toys that are so small but so powerful, which is amazing because they're classy. Aren't our toys pretty? They're classy, they're pretty, they're made for women and couples. In mine, we obviously love men, but a lot of toys that are out there in stores are designed by men, for men. These are made like with us. Like, we like something a little pretty, even if your astigmatism keeps you from seeing it. What's the light? Turn that. So I'll pass that around. That is Candy Kisses. Candy Kisses. Oh, now. Now, this is our replacing eventually, not yet, but this is replacing straight and narrow mini. This is turbo. So this is, we have a toy called Rocket. So this is like Rocket's big sister. So it's battery powered. You see, it's a little bit larger because it does take one AAA, double A. What kind of this look? Oh, it takes double A. So this takes double A battery. I think it has 3 settings. Nice for external stimulation, can also be used for internal stimulation. Even though it has a little bit of a flare base, you still want to stay away from the anus with this, but you could definitely use this vaginally. And I'll turn it on. It is much stronger than Rocket. Much stronger than Rocket. Looks like it, but it's bigger, it's more powerful. I'm not personally a huge fan of battery operated, but this done won me over. This won me over. I'm gonna pass it around in a second, but I need to use it to illustrate one of my favorite products.
Let me get my hands on it.
You said it's splash proof, right?
Yes, it's flat.
And cannot use it in the anus, or not recommended.
Correct. Not recommended. Correct. Because it might disappear on you. So I needed to take that lube because I need to demonstrate. I need to use turbo today like it's a penis.
Okay.
And demonstrate one of my favorite products, which is Helping Hand. So this is our male silicone masturbatory sleeve, one of our top sellers. It's an amazing product. You see it's textured on the outside. You can flip it inside out and use the textured side, but you can also use the smooth side. You want to use a water-based lube with this because if you don't know, silicone will eat silicone. So if you use a silicone-based lube, this will slowly degrade on you just like any of your toys would. But any of our water-based lubes, and even the silk, because it's got such a small amount of silicone, you just want to make sure you wash it right after, which you should be doing anyway with Sparkle and Shine. But yeah, Helping Hand's amazing. And why is it called Helping Hand? Because a lot of companies sell, these products with men in mind. This one is made with ladies in mind because it will take some of the workload off. So if you put this on the penis with some lube, anytime you put rubber or silicone near skin, you want to use a lubricant, put this on your male partner, you see it will give your hand a break because, and I'll pass it around so you can feel it, it's nice and slidey. Take some of the workload off. You can also put toys inside of this. If you have a toy that's like really strong and you want to diffuse the vibration, you can put it inside Helping Hand. But the simplest way to use it is to put it on the male shaft and use it like this to give a hand job. Also, if your partner's very well endowed, you can use this on the base while you take care of the top, which is nice because if I'm not trying to gag on a Tuesday. Maybe Saturday. Maybe Saturday when we have more time. Maybe holidays, holidays and weekends. It's Tuesday, I'm just trying to get in and get out. So, right, that's stuff to do. So this will make that go faster. But also, you can use it like this to twist it, which is great. And also, if you don't want to swallow when he gets ready to pop, you can hold her like this, and she will catch for you. She will swallow for you. And then you just pull the whole works off and put it in the sink and, polish it up with Sparkle and Shine, and that's it. So I'll pass that whole, I'll wash, and if there's napkins behind you, because sometimes I go a little lube happy.
It feels. That's good.
Doesn't that feel good?
I was watching her do that.
I know. I've been there.
And it's a good way for me to get the crowd back, because after a couple toys, people get very excited. You just go ahead and put some lube on there and start playing with it, and eventually people will be like,
I said, oh, can I do that? You turn that inside out.
you can turn it inside out. Yeah, I wouldn't turn it inside out now. Like you want to pick before you start, because if you lube up both sides, she'll fly off on you.
Like that slam.
Right, and be across the room. Be across the room. So are y'all ready to play a little game? Yay! Okay, so in front of you, you've got little envelopes.
Yes.
And don't open them yet, because I said don't open them earlier. But on the back, there are some questions. Now, you don't have to ask those questions, but that's just for people who are like, I don't know what to ask. You can ask that question, but just for people who are like, I don't know what to ask, because this is the opportunity for you to ask me anything you want about any products, about hosting a party, like what it's like to host a party, or about my job. You can ask me anything. If I feel like it's too personal, I just won't answer it. But what I'm going to do is, every time you ask a question, you will get one of my lovely business cards. And whoever has the most at the end of the game, you'll win a little prize. So I'm not going to tell you how long the timer is set for. So you just have to ask your questions or not. You just got to take a chance. Are y'all ready?
I'm sorry we're playing with that.
See, you missed it. Always warm. Helping hand is amazing. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
All right. Who's got the first question?
Mimi,
Okay.
what's your favorite product to use on your husband?
My favorite product to use on my husband is probably the We Vibe. Rise and Shine was the first partner toy that I purchased, but We Vibe is bae. We Vibe is the #1 partner's toy in the country, and we formed a partnership with them to get that toy. And they ran us our own special version of it. But yeah, the We Vibe is We Vibe is nice.
What are the? Oh, I'm sorry. What are the butt plugs that's in the catalog? What are they made out of? Because you said silicone eats silicone, so
Yeah, there's silicone and ABS plastic.
okay, so you
Yeah.
can use the silicone.
No, you really don't want to use the silicone with them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they're smaller than a penis,
Right.
so the water base should be enough
Water base.
because they're really designed to kind of get you started
Okay.
and not they're not going to do as much as a penis.
Okay.
So yeah, you can use a water based lube with those. A good question.
You mentioned packages earlier. Can you talk about some of the packages and maybe some of the products, the most popular ones that are included in some of the basic packages?
Sure. So the Giving Tree line, there's a whole bundle of that for $79 with all 5 products, and that's in both scents. And then the rest of our bundles really change depending on the month, which is a good reason to have a party. But they change depending on the month. We have specials for Mother's Day, for Valentine's Day, but usually our bundles include like a toy and maybe some cleaner and a lube. So it really kind of varies depending on what we've got going on. Yes, ma'am.
So what is the what is the shelf life on your toys? Like, let's say I used it vigorously, right? Does it last like a year, 2 years?
Good question. So most of our toys will last you as long as they're well taken care of. They'll last you for years. All of our battery operated toys, so whatever you purchase today, make sure it's a good question. Make sure you take it out of the box and test it, even if you don't plan to use it right away, because our battery operated toys have a 30-day warranty. Our USB chargeable toys have a 1-year warranty, even if it's user error. Have a 1-year warranty. And then we even have one toy, which is Happiness and Joy, which is our musical vibe, that has a 3-year warranty. So, the timer went off. So we'll just pretend we've been doing this for 5 minutes. So the winner is Veronica. So the rest of you can keep those cards if you like. If somebody else would like to take a card from the stack, you're welcome to. You get free shipping. So bring in that card when you come to the order room, because our shipping is $9.95. But bring that card with you to the order room and you'll get free shipping off of your order today. Hey. Okay, so we're gonna take a quick break.
I say $10.
We're gonna take a quick break, in theory. But during the break is an opportunity for you to ask me any questions that you might not want to ask in front of the ladies here, or something more personal. And also it's your opportunity to buy raffle tickets. So raffle tickets are $5 a piece. 3 for 10. See, I still use my cue cards after all this time. 3 for 10 or 7 for 20. And you might be like, well, what do I win? Well, you win the cash value of the raffle to use in the order room. So, which is nice. That's why I told you to write everything down on your wish list. And because I'm such a nice person, and because I need to bring change, I like to start my raffle with $10 just to sweeten the pot. Because nobody wants to see one person spend $5 on a raffle ticket. I ain't no dummy. Spend $5 on one raffle ticket and then let somebody leave with $15 worth of credit. So I started with that. If the raffle gets over $100, I like to pick 2 winners. So we might have 2 $60 winners, or 2 $100 winners, whatever. So we're gonna take a break, and I'm gonna sell those raffle tickets, and I'm gonna pretend we're taking a break. And one other thing I told you I'd like you to do during the break. So there's some sticky notes on the table right here. You've all gotten to know each other. You chatted a little bit before the party. What I'd like you to do now is decide who you think here at the party would do my job the best. So it's a good chance if you don't know everybody's name to ask their name during whatever, and write their name on the sticky note. And then that person is going to get a little prize at the end. So no pressure if you can't think of anybody, but we're going to do that during the break.
Can I just write down what they're wearing, like polka dot shirt?
No, I need to know their name. You're hilarious. Okay.
Can I ask you a real question?
Because we're still rolling. Okay, so we're back from the break. So I'm gonna pull the raffle in a minute, but I want to talk about the ordering process. So we do individual ordering, and the reason we do that is because of the sensitive nature of our products. Now, a lot of times people will tell me like, "Oh, that's my sister. We talk about everything, whatever. I'm gonna come in with her." Well, I really ask you to come in one by one because every single time somebody says that, and then somebody comes in the order room individually, they say to me, "Thank you for doing that," because that is my girl, but our husbands are friends. So I'm not going to talk in front of her about like, "Oh, my husband, we need that stamina spray."
Right.
You know, so even though you guys are tight, just for my purposes, that's my job to make sure I honor that space, that everybody has a chance to do individual ordering. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to, after I pull the raffle, I'm going to head in the back and then start taking orders and call you in one by one. You see, this party was scheduled for 3 hours. I've been talking for about 45 minutes right now. I know as much as you guys like me, you also came to hang out. I've passed all these toys around that you probably want to talk about. So I will be here for the next hour and a half. I'm not rushing out, but it does take a while to do individual orderings. So if you know what you want, you've got your wish list, you can come back and see me right away. I'm going to see who won the hottie of the party, who you guys nominated. And it looks like the winner is Janine. So I'm going to give you this cute little wand that you can walk around with that for the rest of the party. And when you come into the order room, I have a special gift for you. Okay, which I'll tell you about later. So congratulations. That means they've all enjoyed you and they think that you would be really good at this. And it's not as hard as it looks. It's a lot of fun. Now, the envelopes that you have, here's how those work. Don't open them yet. If you have had a ball today and you're like, "Oh, this was fun. And I thought like hosting a party was going to be like way more work, but this is pretty easy." If you're like, "Okay, I'm ready to do that because I'm going to buy some stuff today, but the rest of the stuff, I can't really afford to get it today," and you want to earn it, free or discount it and host a party, then you can open that envelope. But you need to, when you come to the order room, be ready to set a date with me. Even if the date's tentative, even if you're like, "I got 2 Saturdays in mind, but I think that won't work. I need to check with my girlfriends," to put a date on the calendar, even if we need to adjust it next week. Because here's what's going to happen. You guys are drinking, everybody's having a good time, and you're going to be like, "Yes, I'll call her next week." You won't call me. Because you'll get home, the kids will be crazy, you'll get nervous, you'll forget how much fun you had, life will get in the way. But if you pick a date, the chances of that happening are fun, are better. And don't you all need another night like this with your girlfriends? So yes, so no pressure. Our hostess, Michelle, after I call the raffle, is going to collect them from you. If you don't want to open it, that's fine. But if you do want to open it, you can open it, see what your prize is, bring that to me in the order room. Once you've picked a date, you will get that prize on the date of your party. So whatever's in there, I'll bring it to your party, make a big deal of you, make you feel amazing and pretty, and host with your friends. Let's see. Now, here is the catalog that I have. So I'm gonna leave. I have one to take in the order room with me, but see, I just kind of took my catalog apart, and I got some of my awards in there. There's a price list in here, and here's the whole catalog. So I'm gonna leave this out here in the living room for you guys to share. So if you want to look at the rest that's in our line, for some people that's just too overwhelming. They're like, whatever. So that's why I gave you those wish lists with just the stuff that we talked about. However, if you look at this and you're like, "Oh, I heard about that, make me over, but I don't want to ask about that in front of everybody else," you don't need to bring this back with me. With you, I have another one in the order room. Leave this one out here, bring that one back there. But just so you can see the rest of the line. Does anyone have any questions? And then we'll pretend I pulled the raffle.
Right.
Okay, great. All right.